Good morning, 5th. Welcome to your Tuesday maths tutorial on the 9th of February. It's currently a Kirshnacht show as I make this video. So I'm going to go through what we have to do for subtracting mixed numbers. So they're basically looking at, in these ones here, this first section here, the denominators are the same as you subtract, which is perfect. Okay, you don't have to worry about those for number one. But as you can see, 1 and 1/4, so remember the fractions take away the fractions, the whole numbers take away the whole numbers. But as you can see here, 1/4 is not enough to take away 3/4. So what they've done is they've renamed the mixed number and made an improper fraction. So they've renamed the 1 and 1/4 as 5/4, which is exactly the same. Now we have enough on the top of this fraction to take away the 3 here. So we're left with 2/4. Similarly here, the denominators match, happy days, but 1 cannot take away 2. So they've gone to the whole number and they've said, well, 3 by 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So I have 4/3 taking away 2/3. That can work because 4 can take away 2 and I'm left with 2/3. So that's what you have to do for these ones, okay? They've helped you out in the first one because they've shown you that 5 cannot take away 9. So they took 1 of the whole numbers away from this and renamed it up here. They took 1, so it would be 12/12, and added it to the 5 to make 17/12, and now 17 can take away the 9, so and the denominators match, so you can just carry that whole number right over. So 17 take away 9 to give you your answer there, and then 1 take away 1. Over here, again, 3 couldn't take away 7, so they borrowed 1 of these whole numbers, and the 1 in 11s would be 11/11, and they've added it to the 3, so that's 1 and 14/11, and you subtract the 7/11. 3 cannot take away 7, so they've borrowed 1 of the whole numbers here, so that becomes 3, and you're borrowing 1 of them, so 8 by 1 is 8 plus 3 is 11, or you're borrowing 1, which is the same as 8/8, and you're adding them to the 3/8, which is 11/8. So you have to do all of those there. Here, the only difference is the fraction denominators don't match. So you have to find the lowest common multiple first of all, and then see if the fraction is what would you say? So when you find the lowest common multiple, then you can see whether the top fraction is big enough to take away the bottom fraction. If it's not, that's when you have to borrow from the whole number. We've done them in your Master Your Maths as well. So here, for this one, I would rename the 1/4 in eighths. So 2 and 7/8 take 1 and 1/4. So 1/4 renamed in eighths is 2/8. So 7 take away 2, that's fine. You don't even have to borrow from this one. Here, when you rename the fifths, it'll be in tenths, and it'll be 8/10 take away 3/10, so that should be fine as well. I'm just seeing if there's anything where you have to borrow. No, not for these ones. In these ones, you will have to rename a unit. So when you change this 5/6, because the denominators don't match, you'll change them to twelfths. How does 6 become 12? You multiply it by 2. So 5 by 2 is 10. So the new fraction over here will be 2 and 10/12. This will stay the same. So 1 take away the 10 cannot happen. So you'll have to borrow a unit from the 4, add it in with these 12s, and you'll be left with 3 here. So it'll be 3 and then something over 12. So you rename units for here, and then when you get your answers for these ones, they just want you to simplify down. So if your answer is 2/4, you'll simplify it down to 1/2. So for number 1, the denominators are the same. So you're just checking, is the fraction on top big enough? So is this top number big enough to take away the bottom number? If it is not, you have to borrow 1 unit from the whole number and add the unit in with the fraction you've already got there. Here, the same thing, except you have to find the lowest common multiple first. And then you can see, is the fraction at the top big enough to take away the bottom one? Here, You have to find your lowest common multiples, but the fractions in the top will be fine. They'll be big enough. Here you find your lowest common multiple, but the fraction on the top won't be big enough, so you have to rename one of these units. And finally, you have to simplify the answers here. Just to go through renaming a unit really quickly, if I'm talking about 4 and 1 over 3, and I should make that smaller, sorry, 4 and 1 over 3, take away 1 and 5/6. Okay, if this was my sum, first of all, I can see that my denominators do not match. As you can see, 3 and 6 don't match. So I list out my multiples of 3, 6, 9, 12. Then I list out my multiples for 6, which are 6, 12, 18. And I can already see that this matches. The 6 here matches, or so that they have them in common, and it's the smallest number. So that's going to be my new LCM. So I come down here and I write 4, and now I'm changing it to sixths. I'm changing this to sixths. So 3 becomes 6 by multiplying it by 2. So if I multiply the bottom by 2, I have to do it to the top. So 1 multiplied by 2 is 2 over the 3 multiplied by 2, which is 6. So that's my new fraction there. Then I'm taking away, well, this is not going to change because we're using sixths as the denominator, so it doesn't change. Now I look at my fraction. 2 sixths take away 5 sixths. I can take them away because the denominators are matching. However, 2 is not enough to take away 5. So that's when I rename one of the units here. So what I do is I take one of the units, so we're left with 3. 4 take away 1 is 3. So there's 3. And I take the 1 unit in here, and I'm going to add it to the 2 sixths. Okay, I'm going to add it to the 2 sixths. Sorry, everything's just gone massive now. Let's just make it a little bit smaller. So I'm taking the 1 in here and I'm adding it to the 2 sixths. Okay, this 1. So then that's how do you change a mixed number like this, 1 and 2 sixths, into an improper fraction, because that's what we need. Well, you can either think to yourself, 6 by 1 is 6 plus 2 is 8, so it's 8 over 6. Or you can think, well, that 1 unit is actually 6 over 6, and I add them to the 2 sixths and it becomes 8 over 6. So it becomes 8 over 6 both ways. It just depends how you find it easier to do. Are you going to change the 1 unit into 6 over 6 and add it to the 2 over 6? Or are you going to go 6 multiplied by 1 is 6 plus 2 is 8? Either way, you're going to be left with 8 over 6. And then you're going to take away your 1 and 5 sixths from that. Now my denominators match, and my numerator is big enough here to take away this one. 8 take away 5. So I can do my whole numbers. Everything's ready to subtract now. So 3 take away 1 is 2. I'll make this bigger just to show a difference. Is 2. And then 8 take away 5 is 3 over 6. So there's my answer, 2 and 3 over 6. And for your final ones here, number 5, speaking of simplifying, this can be simplified because 3 divides into 3 once and 3 divides into 6 twice. So my answer can simplify down into 2 and 1 over 2, 2.5. So I hope that makes sense to you, a little bit clearer now. You subtract here, so you have to find your lowest common multiple, change them into sixths. Then you notice, this numerator is too small to take away this one. So you borrow 1 unit from the 4 and it's left with 3. And you rename that 1 unit as sixths. So it's going to be 6 over 6, and you add it into the 2 sixths you already have to become 8 sixths. So now your denominator matches and your numerator is big enough here to take away this one. So you can just finish the sum. 3 take 1 is 2, 8 take 5 is 3, and then I could simplify if I wish. Best of luck with the fifth. If you have any questions, just message me and I can help you further.